Hello, it's me, Martha. Happy Sunday. It's 1 a.m. in the morning, and I just wanted to make a video that I've been meaning to make, but I'm doing it now. I just feel like doing it now. But I think this dream happened. I had a dream about a known prophet. Um, this dream happened about 2 years ago, I believe, and the dream was about a prophet. I was in a dream, and I was walking with Jesus, and Jesus was giving me I was just walking with Jesus, and we were in hell. Well, not the hell as fire hell, but we were in a place of the dead. Really, we're just walking. I remember, I think Jesus was I was on his right hand, he was on my left, and I didn't see him, but I know I was walking with him. I just could see his frame walking on my left side, and I was on the right side, and we were just going forward. And we came to a stop. We came to a stop, and there was a short man I seen. He just came out. He was like being tormented. I mean, he wasn't. He was looking raggedy, wearing rags. He was a very short man. All of a sudden, I noticed that this is a prophet that I know via social media like Facebook or YouTube, and this was a prophet. What's his name? Shepherd Bushiri. Yeah, Shepherd Bushiri. And Jesus was complaining about him. Um, that how he was a prophet, and all he did was just prophesy. He never preached the gospel for people to be saved. And mind you, this particular prophet I'm talking about is this particular prophet is not dead. He's alive. He's well and alive. He's not dead. But it's like in the dream, he was dead. He was in hell. He went to hell. So in a way, it's like I was shown his future. And Jesus was complaining about how he was just prophesying, and he was not preaching the gospel for people to be saved. And I remember he had said something like, but I was faithful with all the money that I made. And that's what he said to Jesus, that he was faithful with all the money that he made. So I turned around, and billions of beetles, beetles, those bugs, billions of them were just coming from, not behind us, but from towards the side of, coming behind us, but towards the side of Jesus. And I thought that these beetles was coming to eat him alive. And I was really worried. I was really worried and scared for him. But the beetles turned, and they were eating a pound of flesh. There was a pound of flesh that was there, and the beetles were eating the pound of flesh. And I don't know what that meant, but I did see Prophet Bushiri, and that's the end of the dream. I did see Prophet Bushiri, Shepherd Bushiri, in the dream, and his head was all eaten up by maggots, or eaten up, and by worms, whatever. He was just eaten up. He was wearing rags. I mean, short to a rag, everything. I mean, this, when you see the prophet I'm talking about today, Prophet Bushiri, he's a very neat, clean guy, nice looking guy, dressed up nice, always, always on point with his dressing and other stuff. But in the vision of the night that I seen him, he was in torment. In torment. There was nothing. You couldn't recognize him unless the Lord opened your eyes. And that was it. That was the dream. And the dream means, in this dream, the Lord is saying anybody that's called, that's holding the office of prophet or preacher or whatever, apostle, whatever. Jesus is saying that His first mission, your first mission as a prophet or a preacher, whatever you are, is to be a preacher of the gospel. You see, in this dream, God was upset with Bushiri because Bushiri was not preaching the gospel. He was prophesying, and that's how he is in real life. If you know him well, that's what he does, just prophesy. He doesn't really preach the gospel. So people are flocking to him to hear. They have itchy ear to hear prophecies. So they come, the people come to his meeting, hellbound. They go back home hellbound. None is being saved. They're just coming back and forth to hear prophecy. And anybody that's called to preach the gospel, you're supposed to preach the gospel. Make sure that your followers are being saved, that your followers are going to heaven. And of course, if God has a word for you to give to them, of course you give them the word. But your first priority as a minister, as a preacher, a reverend, an apostle, whatever you call yourself, is to preach the gospel, save this, preach the gospel that souls will be saved. I used to hear a preacher, late John Crouch, I think that was his name, used to say that souls are the heartbeat of God. And truly, anybody that's holding an office, a title, and that's not preaching the gospel for souls to be saved, they're not preaching repentance, they're not preaching the salvation message, those leaders will not go to heaven themselves. God already used my dream to show me that people who have title, who have fame, who are famous to be religious leaders, but are not preaching the gospel for people to be saved, them themselves are not saved. So that's the message and the word for today. But thank you. My name is Martha. I just wanted to come out and do this video. I'm going to go ahead and post it. God bless you.